When the pandemic shut down schools in March, districts scrambled to make sure they had the tools to teach kids from home. Once students and teachers returned to the classroom in the fall, districts spent thousands, even millions, to try and keep the pandemic out. Records requested from San Angelo ISD show they've spent at least $1.6 million responding to COVID-19. Abilene ISD, which has a couple thousand more students, has spent at least $2.3 million. We spoke with Abilene ISD Superintendent Dr. David Young, who says COVID hit their wallet hard.
We committed to our community that we were going to do all these things from a health and safety standpoint to keep kids safe, to keep staff safe, and there's just some cost to that.
Abilene ISD spent over $73,000 on masks, nearly $42,000 on cleaning supplies, and about $36,000 on hand sanitizer. Do you think buying all of those items had an impact on the number of cases the district's had so far?
I do believe that the measures that we've taken have been successful in reducing the amount of that we've seen on campus.
More than half of the $2.3 million spent by Abilene ISD went towards remote learning. They bought about 24 of these battery packs, which are currently listed as $308.22 to help power internet hotspots around the city. Abilene ISD also bought 3,000 Chromebooks for around $1.1 million, which Dr. Young says they were completely reimbursed for through grants.
When we distributed them all, we knew as we were coming back to school, we were going to have enough devices to support our remote learners at home. And we didn't want to just have zero technology on campus available to the kids that were in person.
Despite sending 4 emails asking for an interview and a 5th asking for clarification on some of the data, San Angelo ISD never got back to us. That means we could not find out why they counted $2,000 worth of stadium seat stickers as a COVID-19 expense, or why they spent nearly $3,000 on face mask and hand sanitizer transportation. As for Abilene ISD, they say every purchase made was with staff and student safety in mind. Do you believe that all the things that the district bought in responding to COVID-19 was necessary?
I do. We're in a place all the time. Pre-COVID, we're stewards of taxpayer dollars, and so the expenditures that we make need to, we have to be able to justify, and we take that responsibility very seriously.
Daniela Ibarra, K-Texas News.
As for whether COVID-19 will be factored into the next budget, Dr. Young says that's up in the air based on what goes on in Austin and how the pandemic evolves. Wiley ISD, which has about 10,000 fewer students, says they spent just under $600,000 on their response to COVID. They say they got more than $250,000 from the state.